As the sun slowly begins to set, Episode 2 begins. Episode 1 began in a silent jungle where the wind whispered, and I was completely alone. No people, no animals, just me and this unknown world. Searching for answers, I followed my instincts and found a village. For the first time, I met others like me. When darkness arrived, monsters attacked, and I fought to protect the villagers. That night, I learned something important. This world rewards courage. After saving them, I left the village behind, searching for a place to call home. And finally, I found it, a land where survival could turn into a future. Right now, I already know, night changes everything. I survived my second day, but survival is not victory. As night approached, the chances of monsters spawning grew higher. Zombies don't fear the dark, they are born from it. So I did the only thing I could. I placed more torches, not just for light, but for safety. Every torch pushed the darkness back, reducing the chance of monsters spawning near me. In this world, light is not comfort, light is survival. Suddenly, something hit me from behind. I didn't need to turn around to know who it was. A small guest, but one of the deadliest. There was no time to hesitate. If I wanted to survive, I had to kill it first. But it wasn't over yet. The sound I made attracted something else. His father had come for revenge. So I tightened my grip on my sword and prepared to face whatever came next. I looked at my health, 1 heart left. One more hit, and this story would end right here. This isn't just a game anymore. This is the end of the journey that I had to choose. Fight or disappear forever. From the edge of the ocean, I watched the sun rise. Night was finally over. The darkness faded, and with it, the monsters disappeared. That was the most dangerous night I have faced so far. I was standing with almost no health, but still alive. This world tried to break me, and failed. Daylight didn't just bring light, it brought hope. After surviving that night, I went out to hunt. I gathered what I needed, and finally crafted something important. A bed. This might look simple, but in this world, it's one of the best things you can have. With this bed, I can skip the night. No more endless darkness. No more waiting in fear. For the first time, I felt truly safe. I was thinking about going mining, but night had already fallen and the rain had begun. Entering a cave right now would be a mistake. Darkness below, monsters everywhere. Sometimes, survival is not about being brave. It's about knowing when to stop. So I decided to wait, because staying alive is more important than rushing forward. The morning was perfect, the sunlight cutting through the mist. It was time to start mining. I walked towards a hole in the ground, thinking it might lead to a cave. But as I got closer, I realized it wasn't just any cave. It was an underwater cave. Diving in now would be extremely dangerous. So I paused, thinking carefully about my next step. I was heading back to my bed, ready to skip the night. But suddenly, an idea struck me. I remembered the hole from episode 1, the one I had filled with stone. What if something useful was still hidden there? I went back and looked carefully, hoping to find something valuable. In this world, even old places can hold new surprises. I opened the pit and jumped in. Darkness surrounded me. Every step felt uncertain. Quickly, I lit torches, casting light into the shadows. The familiar glow of fire made the darkness a little less dangerous. I explored the cave, but found nothing of value. Then, from the ground beneath my feet, I heard it. A strange, eerie sound, coming from somewhere deep below. It sent shivers down my spine. I knew one thing for sure, whatever was down there, it wasn't harmless. Yet, curiosity wouldn't let me turn back. I decided to descend to see what this mysterious place truly held. I listened carefully. This time, the sound was completely clear, which meant only one thing. Whatever it was very close. My grip tightened around my tool. In this darkness, I wasn't alone anymore. For almost 10 minutes, I kept mining, confused and unsure. Every block felt the same. I didn't know if I was going in the right direction or wasting my time. But then, what I found made everything worth it. All the fear, all the confusion, it finally paid off. Between the ordinary stone blocks, something caught my eye. A faint blue glow, shining softly in the darkness. For a moment, I couldn't believe it. This wasn't just stone. This blue light meant only one thing: hope. After all the danger, all the fear, I had finally found something rare. I was sure now, this blue glow had to be diamonds. Carefully, I mined the blocks. 5 diamonds. Finding them felt incredible, but I was hoping for more. I was searching for a bigger cave, a place that could hold even greater secrets. But no matter how far I looked, I couldn't find one. Sometimes, this world gives you rewards, but not everything you expect. With the diamonds safely in my inventory, I decided to head back. There was no bigger cave down there, and pushing my luck would be a mistake. Sometimes, knowing when to return is just as important as exploring. I turned back toward my place, stronger, wiser, and still alive. On my way back, I noticed something useful. Coal. It may not be rare like diamonds, but it's just as important. Coal means light. Coal means fuel. In a world ruled by darkness, even small resources matter. So I collected it and continued my journey back. After returning to the surface, night had already fallen. There was no reason to take risks anymore. So I went to sleep and welcomed a new day. Food was running low. If I wanted to survive longer in this world, I needed a reliable food source. Today's mission was clear: find food or starve. I made a simple plan and got to work. I cleared a small area, removed the dirt blocks. Then I brought water to the center. Around it, I tilled the soil 5 blocks in every direction. After that, I marked 2 blocks on the side. Honestly, I wasn't even sure if this would work. There was no guarantee. But in survival, you don't always need perfect knowledge. Sometimes you learn by trying. And sometimes, mistakes teach you more than success. Soon, night fell again, and darkness covered everything. That I wasn't going to take unnecessary risks. So I went back to my bed and chose safety. A new night passed. A new day began. And with it, new possibilities. As the new day began, I got back to work. I crafted some slabs, not just for decoration, but for a plan. Using these slabs, I started building stairs, because above this place, there would be another farm. Layer by layer, this small land was turning into something bigger. This wasn't just survival anymore. This was progress. After that, I carefully calculated the spacing. Every step mattered. Then I placed the stairs exactly where they needed to be. Slowly, the structure began to take shape. It wasn't random. It was planned. What started as an idea was finally becoming real. Now, I need to build another staircase. This one will rise from the right side. Everything has to line up. One wrong block, and the whole design would break. So I slowed down, measure again, and build carefully. This farm isn't growing by luck. It's growing by design. This was the biggest mistake of my day. I slipped and fell from above. For a moment, everything went silent. I thought this was the end, but maybe the story wasn't ready to end yet. I survived, and surviving this fall was a big deal. In this world, sometimes even mistakes are forgiven. The day began to fade. The sun slowly dipped below the horizon. Darkness started spreading everywhere. After everything that happened today, this was not the time to take risks. So I went to bed and skipped the night, because sometimes the smartest move is simply to rest. A new day was waiting, and as soon as it began, I was back to work. Today, I met a trader. He told me something important. In this world, everything runs on one currency: emeralds. Buy with them, sell with them. This entire world functions because of emeralds. If I want to grow, I need to understand this system. The trader told me what he needed. I burned sand,
Water.
turning
To
it
get
into
it,
glass. I had to think smart. I burned sand, turning it into glass. From the glass, I crafted bottles. And then, I filled them with water. This world works on simple rules. Understand them, and you survive. For my effort, he gave me 2 emeralds. It wasn't much, but it was a start. Proof that I could earn in this world. With the trade done, I returned to my farm. Because long-term survival doesn't depend on luck. It depends on steady work. After shaping the staircase on the right side, this is how the structure looks now. What started as scattered blocks is slowly turning into a design. Every step has a purpose. This place isn't random anymore. It's becoming a farm. Night fell again, covering everything in darkness. I stayed safe, not knowing when to take risks. Then, a new day arrived. Another chance to work, to survive, and to grow. Today, I started laying dirt on the second floor. I had a plan, a bigger vision. 3 floors in total, each floor dedicated to a different crop. And that's how today's story ends. Every block placed, every plan made, was a step forward. Tomorrow, we'll see what comes next.